Nobody does sweet, cheesy dishes like Arabs, and if that's what you're looking for today, then you're in for a treat. Well, today on Dine Discover, we are heading across to Syria to make these cute little delicate rolls, also known as Halawet el-jibn. And for those that don't know Halawet el-jibn, it's basically cream, also known as ishta, with loads of cheese wrapped up in a roll, dipped in our signature syrup. So to get started, we need to make the syrup.
Grab a small saucepan and combine together 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and flavour with rose water to your taste. Set on the stove top over a medium to high heat.
So while our sugar is boiling, we can actually get started with all the other elements. I'm going to be starting with making ishta. And if you don't know ishta, it's basically like a clotted cream that you tend to find around the western side of the world.
In another saucepan, mix in some double cream with milk, then add in some corn flour with a tiny bit of ground cardamom.
And then you just want to turn on your heat, medium to high I would say for this, and then gently let it come to a simmer. The minute it starts simmering, we just need to keep watching it and keep whisking so that it doesn't thicken up and burn. So my ishta mixture is coming together, it's starting to pull away from the edge and it's vigorously bubbling.
Set your ishta aside, leave to cool down to room temperature before placing in the fridge to set overnight.
So we need to make our cheese roll part, which we're eventually going to roll up with all the filling inside. And to do that, we need to start with some water and some sugar, just to get that sweetness there. Just turn it onto a high heat and we literally just want our sugar to dissolve.
Once it starts to boil, add in fine semolina and stir it constantly with a spatula until it's well combined and slightly thickened. Turn down the heat to medium, then add in some mozzarella cheese and stir well until the cheese melts and the mixture forms a soft dough.
Halawet el-jibn originally originates from a little city in Syria called Hama, but it's spread all across the Levantine region. Palestinians adore this as well. So the cheese that you tend to get is really, really different. So you'll notice as you keep turning, the cheese is properly melting in there and it starts to pull away, but you've just got to keep going. We just need it completely covered. And I mean, if you've ever worked with choux pastry, which you use for eclairs or profiteroles, then this is the kind of the texture it's going to look like. Not going to be the same at all, but the texture will kind of remind you of it.
Leave that to cool and now grab your ishta that's been chilling overnight. It should be solid enough to pipe.
So my dough has cooled down and I kind of had time to just keep turning it just to make it a bit smoother. And I'm just going to cut it in half. Kind of want it in an oblong shape for how we're going to roll it. And I mean, this is still quite hot, but I can handle it. And then place it in the middle of your cling film. And then you literally want to place another piece on top to help you roll it. Grab your rolling pin and then just start smoothing it out. I'm going to remove the plastic wrap. So I'm just going to cut it up all nice and straight to give me that perfect rectangle. So you then should have one nice and neat little block ready to be rolled up. So once you've piped, you just want to pick up your bottom edge and just start tightly wrapping it over. And then we just want to cut it down to the right size. We literally don't need any more dough for this, otherwise it's going to be a super thick piece. And then you have your perfect roll, which we will now wrap up and place in the fridge.
After an hour or so in the fridge, your roll should be ready to slice up.
Just unravel it all up. Be careful, but they should have solidified quite nicely. Have your final plate ready, and we just want to get them all plated up. Traditionally during Ramadan, you would just have them with a little bit of decorations, your nuts, your petals, and then they just add on the syrup later, let the guests do it. Everyone's got their own ways with their sugar. And then take your syrup.
Top them off with ground pistachio and rose petals, and your Halawet el-jibn is ready to serve.
Thank you so much for watching this. Please don't forget to share it with your friends and family and like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy making your Halawet el-jibn.